Back for another week here on Bottle Shock. Unfortunately, Brendan is busy farming today, growing grapes to make wine out of. Come on, man, I'm just a reviewer. Thankfully, we do have a spare Brendan on hand at all times. Mate, come over here. Let me introduce you to Wine Animal, one of our favourite colleagues in the Australian wine influencing world. And today, mate, we are going to have you taste 6 wines from one varietal. What would you say your least favourite variety is?
Probably pretty well known. It's Sauvignon Blanc and Cabernet Sauvignon.
All right, let's find out if we've accidentally stitched you up here. Hopefully it's, what do you like? You like Chardonnay?
I more than like Chardonnay.
Love Chardonnay?
It's like a child of mine.
All right, well, fingers crossed we've got some Chardonnay for you, but you've got to identify what variety you think it is and maybe say something about where it's from. But best of luck, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate the luck. I'm going to need it.
Enjoy, guys.
My name is Breno. I'm the Wine Animal, as I'm affectionately known. I am here to do a blind tasting session with the Bottle Shock boys. Like someone who one of the only people I actually follow on YouTube and watch. It's very special and very important to me. The best wine I've ever put in my mouth was 1996 Krug out of Magnum. The best wine I've ever put in my mouth. Had a void to fill from a gambling addiction of 13 years. And then I had to sort of put all that energy into another basket, and wine just sort of filtered its way in. And then I haven't become an alcoholic yet in 6 years, so that's fantastic. I'm a little bit strange, I'm a little bit odd, and I'm a bit of an animal when it comes to wine. Like I think it fits. I mean, I have the tattoos and stuff, like the tiger stuff and that was all prior to all of this. Pricing. Making everything more accessible for more people, which is my number one goal.
Wine number 1, this is pale and lemon. It smells like Sauvignon Blanc.
Least favourite variety is?
Probably pretty well known, it's Sauvignon Blanc. What smells of flint, of matchstick, which I like to refer to as reductive heaven.
Super nutty. It's like hazelnuts on the nose.
Bright, passion fruit. It's got a bit of creaminess to it as well, so it's actually quite nice.
Got acid, got fruit, nutty sort of vibes to the first one. Suave, I'm in like Chardonnay-esque sort of stuff. You could do a Pinot Gris in that style maybe.
That is textural, that is dry, it's mineral, really good citrus, grapefruit, florals, like white flowers. People always say, how do you determine a white flower between a purple flower or a red flower? Well, unless you smell the flowers, like literally smell the roses, you ain't gonna know the difference. If I was to have a guess as to what grape this is, I would just go straight to Chardonnay.
Freshness, that tropicality to it, great acidity, nice and dry. Got a nice kind of little yogurtiness. I think there might be some Malo going on here. Instantly just gonna go Sav B because it's just, that pyrazine kind of character is really intense.
Quite like it. I'll have 3 bottles of it, but I reckon that's quite expensive. I reckon that is a $70 bottle of white wine, which pretty pricey.
I'd happily pay $30 and I'd grab 1.
I don't know, 35 bucks? And I'm gonna buy 6 of these because I wanna drink 1 immediately. I wanna drink 1 in a year and I want the rest to stay laying down. And I wanna see these as they evolve and as they start to show a little bit more fruit and a little bit more of that oak treatment, which is sort of masked at the moment by that reductive minerality.
Wine number 2, it's more white. Let's see if it's just as nutty.
Pale and white again. Ooh, this one smells great.
Oh wow, this is a completely different nose. This is
very vanilla-y on the nose.
This is savory, this is salty, this is like saline. Like
a bit more savory, a bit more structured. Still got that kind of like freshness, that cut grass, that tropicality that Sauvignon Blanc has. So I'm gonna go with that off the top of the dome.
If your creme brulee smelled like this, you'd send it back. That said, this smells like creme brulee.
So round, textural, much more length than the previous wine. It's actually really delicious. I really like this one.
It's well balanced. It's not particularly thrilling. There's a nice lazy complexity here as well.
Savory, acid, bit of oak, little bit nondescript, definitely not boring.
The nose really leads me away from Chardonnay, like it really, really does. This is probably 40 bucks, and this one I'll again buy 6.
I think I'll probably have another 3 bottles of those, and I reckon that's a $40 bottle of wine. I reckon that's a little bit cheaper than wine number 1.
I'd pay 45. I'd also grab 1. I don't need too much of this. It's not the most exciting thing going around. So, cool, but not amazing.
Wine number 3. Now this does actually smell like Riesling.
Okay, it's really fruity now. Like sweetheart, candied fruits, like those Juby lollies you get that grandma used to have in those tins. That is the flavor I'm getting on the nose.
Again, really aromatic. Lovely citrus thing. There's a bit of that passion fruit there again, which is really, indicating that Sauvignon Blanciness.
It's textural, it's rich, it's mouth-filling. Like this is mouth coating. When people talk about length all the time, and I think what people forget to, mention and talk about is a wine's width and breadth on the palate. Can't be Chardonnay, but it probably is. It's just from a region that I have no idea about.
Yeah, if that was the first one I'd tried, I'd be like, we're in a Riesling space right now.
Some good sprightly acid. It's got a nice rounded texture. It's not too Sauv-y, but I'd pay $35 for that. I'd grab 3. I think it's yum.
I think this is gonna be $30. And I'm gonna buy 3. Lo and behold, I don't think I've ever bought 12 of one wine. So it would take something stonking for me to buy 12.
I have 9 of those on the basis that it's $35. Because as we've covered multiple times on this channel, we are so spoiled for choice in Australia for affordable Riesling. These guys exist, Riesling Freak. So that sort of keeps the price down on stuff like that in Australia, I think, because that is just really well made, affordable, fit for purpose Riesling.
Wine number 4, really crystal clear this time, a little bit paler, so it gives me that New Zealand vibe.
Really closed, really shy, really not a lot coming out on the nose.
No, I quite enjoy this. It feels like very rounded, but it's quite watery.
But I can see it. I can see the path to these all being Rieslings. I know I started out being like Chardonnay adjacent and these aren't Rieslings, but wine number 3 has really thrown me through a loop. Now I'm sort of seeing the things in each of these wines that could point to them being the Riesling. But again, that's cognitive bias because I've already convinced myself that wine number 3 was Riesling, therefore they all have to be Riesling.
I love that. That's delicious. All of those lovely soft textures, that lovely yogurtiness to it, almost kind of takes away all the sting that Sauvignon Blanc as a character. Those kind of intense tropical grassy notes, those pyrazines, I think really soften well with Malo ferment.
A higher acid, again, citrus driven, dry, like crisp, almost like a little bit of tannin in there actually, like drying out my mouth. People say, oh, tannins are in red wine. Well, they're in every wine.
I'll have a dozen of that and I'd pay $40 a bottle for that one.
I'd happily pay $45 for that. I'll grab 6.
$45. I'm gonna do 6 again because I can't bring myself to buy 12. It just doesn't happen with me. So that's just me personally.
Wine number 5, bit of a golden color, but still quite pale.
This one actually smells like it has a little bit of VA, volatile acidity. It smells a little bit acidic.
Yep, so 2nd, 3rd, 4th, like old barrel oak being used here.
It's got a very reductive character, and I'm really okay with that. I think it's making this wine super fascinating. Texturally, this wine, again, is absolutely wonderful. It's thin and watery, but all that kind of lovely, slippery, glossy, waxy textures.
Okay, really high acid. Vanilla oak, there's a bit of like coconutty, spice, white pepper, there's florals. To me, this is not an enjoyable drink for me, personally, for my style.
There hasn't been any passion fruit in any of these, and I would have expected some passion fruit to pop up if they were Sauv-Bs. Yeah, yum. 6 bottles of that. I'd pay $40 for that one as well.
I'm gonna say this is like $23, but I'm gonna say 0. I wouldn't buy this one, personally.
Happily pay $80 and I would buy 12. I love that nice like nutty oxidative character. There's some complexity here as well. But so it's got this great drinkability and a great appeal to it.
That's weird. It smells like a brand new Spalding basketball. Like so rubbery.
Whoa. Extremely oxidative and like old oaky, nutty.
This one smells like fabric softener.
But I love that oxidative complexity is all there as well. It's like nutty and savory. It's got a bit of kind of like cardboard, but I think that kind of all rolls into this like lovely almond meal cashew nut character.
Tastes like elderflower. Like the flavored waters that have those flavors that are like, oh yeah, that sounds appealing. But then when you're having a flavored water that's got no sugar, no nothing in it, it's just basically like weak cordial. That's the level of elderflower that's in this.
That is so complex. I love that minerality to it. Again, that texture is so soft and supple and lovely.
There's a little bit of tannin, a little bit of like skin contact. You know, the more of these that I've drunk, I'm probably moving further away from Chardonnay. Overall, I'm probably heading down that Shannon sort of area, Fiano, Shannon, somewhere along those lines.
I'll have 6 of them because I'm fascinated by. Oh, no, I'll have 3. So I reckon that's a $25 bottle of wine, or it's a $125 bottle of wine.
I think this is $150, and if I was a wealthy person, I would have 12 of this in my cellar.
Wines, I'm gonna say like $33, and I'm gonna buy 3 of these because I'm really interested to see what this wine shows in a group environment. It's just something that I'd love to sit down with a group and watch them smell it and talk about it.
Varietally, I think I am gonna stick to Riesling. I know that's boring.
Sauvignon Blanc is underrated. It can be boring, but it can be absolutely delicious. I'm really excited to see what Brendan and Henry think, but a different Brendan.
If I got any of them right, I'll be absolutely stoked. And if I got all of them wrong, I'd be absolutely stoked as well.
Fellas, We got 6 wines here, all one varietal, but they could be from around the world. How'd you go navigating this one? Because I got thrown through the ringer on this quite a bit.
Terribly.
I am reasonably confident.
You're reasonably
confident.
I've just taken a peek at your sheet and you've got Sav B written down the bottom there.
100%.
I don't know if it's just that I've got like a little bit of a cold, but I did not smell any passion fruits going through here.
I think it was the first wine, and then everything else is pretty like atypical for like what you know as Sauvignon Blanc. But that first one I picked up, I'm like, that's Sav.
Well, if it's Sauvignon Blanc, I drink that much of Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah,
So you're like, oh, I didn't turn that off then, did I?
No, you do.
I literally did. That was that time you didn't even know about it. I turned it back on.
Come on.
I turned it back
Stop.
on. It's green. It's on. And I was super confident with that one. I was like, yep, bang.
Sav B?
No, I went Chardonnay for the first one because it was really reductive.
I
when
feel that.
opened it up like at the start. I was like, that matchsticky, flinty, rocky
Yeah, 100%.
thing. And then now it's had obviously another, I don't know, 40 minutes.
yeah,
45 minutes.
yeah,
Like in that
exactly.
glass, you guys have sorted it around.
Yeah.
You know, probably changed it. Who knows?
These two are so weird that I was like, is it weird Chardonnay from around the world?
That's what I said.
But then I got into wine number 3, and that's where things started going right. But anyway, wine number 1. So the thing that we can all acknowledge has like some Chardonnay energy to it. Why does this scream Sav B?
It just smells like asparagus and passion fruit to me.
I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is that mineral flinty thing you're talking about. I think that's definitely part of like, you know, that underripe Sauvignon Blanc character. Like it was good, but I just wouldn't buy it that much.
Nutty Band-Aid quilt is the note that I got from this. I wanted 3 bottles, and I thought it was going to be $70. I thought it was going to be a bit more expensive.
I like.
I went $35, 6 bottles.
Okay.
'Cause I want 1 right now again, but I want to give it a little bit of airtime.
Cool.
I want 1 soon. I want 4 to just chuck in the cellar and
See what happens
and hold
to it.
off.
Yeah, see what happens.
So your final guess was Chardonnay.
That was my final guess. Yeah.
Mine ended up being Riesling.
Fair chat. No, there's a lot of acidity, and they're quite pale and like structurally light.
Correct. This is Sav B. Nicely done, dude. I mean, they doing a WSET 4 exam yesterday. I'm glad that you can identify Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Dog Point also do that kind of like more textural, opulent style, which I love. Like these are maybe, I think Dog Point makes the best Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand.
Like cheapest New Zealand Sav Blanc, if you're going to be drinking, like, you know, there's a lot of Sav Blanc from New Zealand that's cheap that honestly tastes like soft drink as opposed to tasting anything like, I don't know, interesting wine. That's an interesting wine.
Yeah, it's delicious.
That's cool. All right, wine number 2. What do you think of this?
So I thought this one was like pretty shy, pretty closed.
Yeah, it was super
It
quiet.
wasn't really like jumping out of the glass like that one, like wine number 1 was.
For sure.
This is where I started to get off the Chardonnay train, but because I knew they were all 6, I had to like, you know, stay with your guns. Stay with your everything. I started to get into the Chenin vibe now, like with that textural, like higher acid mouth coating, textural.
Yeah.
Again, I was at like $35
Yeah.
and I wanted 6, so I just want to smash that down.
I didn't love it, but again, these 2 wines both confused the heck out of me. So Sauv Blanc that isn't atypical Sauv Blanc turns out confuses the shit out of me. I wanted 3 bottles of it for $40. First one was from New Zealand. Where do you reckon this one's from?
I think this is Francais. I reckon this is Loire Valley.
Is South African.
Oh, fuck.
Shannon Vineyards. That's cool. It's cool enough. I probably wouldn't drink heaps of it, but I'm interested to try different wines from around the world.
I give Sauvignon Blanc a real. I don't really give
Give it a wide
I
berth.
know we all do.
a really wide berth.
Yeah, well, the thing is like Sauvignon Blanc, it's like we all just like know that like that New Zealand style that kind of dominated the world for the last 20 years, but like there's some really great examples of them.
This is where it started to pick up for me. This middle section of the bracket I was really into. This is where Riesling was really front of mind because wine number 3 here, this just, it tasted like Australian Riesling to me.
I was immediately like, this is definitely not like European. It's so like ripe and opulent. Well, I wanted 3 bottles of this, but yeah, cool, really delicious.
1 and 2 were more for me, and then I backed off here a little bit in terms of.
Yeah.
Do you
my sort of
typically like
style.
drinking Chardonnay more than Riesling?
Always, absolutely. I probably
you
drink
go.
Chardonnay more than anything else.
Proud Victorian right here.
Excellent sense. The weird, nutty, texturally examples of Sauv Blanc more on your lane.
Knowing now what it is, and the Riesling things are really good.
I wanted 9 bottles, $35.
9 is niche, I like it. 3 for 35.
3 for 30.
Aussie, it looks like it's Aussie.
In the France, Loire Valley.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Screw cap.
Screw cap from France.
Love it. Love
23
seeing
bucks.
Screw
I
cap.
reckon that's a $28 there.
I'm happy with that for under 30. I like solid packaging too, delicious wine, the Bendham number. Yeah, that's really good fun.
Does look more homemade though.
It does look quite homemade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely looks like a stamp.
Wine number 4. This was my favourite wine of the lineup.
This
I
was
think.
also my favorite wine of the lineup.
This is
Love
also
this.
mine as well.
Oh,
This
look at
wine
that.
is delicious. I love
Again,
that
the highest
texture.
price, most bottles.
I didn't have the highest price for this because I know there's something that's going to be way more expensive, but I love the texture of this.
Yeah, I wanted a dozen of this. I thought it was Aussie Riz, but now obviously that's out the window. It's nice and soft and textural on the back end. That's a beautiful wine.
Yeah.
$40.
12 for 45. Happy with
6
that.
for 45.
Oh,
Hey.
where's this coming from?
This
that looks
is
Italian,
from,
but it's from
no, it's
Australia.
This is from Rat and Bully.
This is actually raved about in the in the circles that I delve in. This is raved about as probably the best Sauvignon Blanc from Australia.
I feel that, man.
It's up there.
$35 a bottle as well. That's pretty affordable.
Yeah.
That's actually a Sauvignon. You can put me on camera. So it's a Sauvignon Blanc I would actually buy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I might actually legitimately go and buy.
For $35, that's a great deal.
I think that in like 5 years. I reckon
it's
that
gonna
would
age
just wow.
So well.
Wine number 6, 5, pardon me. Wine number 5 even. Again, I don't know if my nose is playing up a little bit. I was struggling to tell some differences here, but I liked it equally. The next wine really confused the fuck out of me. I wanted another does. Oh, it's probably...
It's a bit reductive.
Yeah.
It's very soapy as
Yeah.
well. But
This is my laundromat wine.
this is your laundromat wine, I reckon.
So
As soon as I smelled that, I can't, because you mentioned that note downstairs, and I was
Yeah,
like,
but now it's even like a little bit like soury, like
Yeah.
it's a little
Yeah.
bit more. And I actually being perfectly honest, I put 0 bottles down.
Wow, didn't like it at
fair
all.
enough. No, there's no right
I got a
answers
dozen
here.
of it.
Exactly right.
So did I.
And if you
I'm with
served
you.
it to me when we I'll probably still drink it.
Oh, yeah, I'm polite, man.
Yeah, I
What I
wouldn't
know
enjoy
about
it.
you so
That's
far.
how I would enjoy it.
It's got that kind of like, oiliness to it. It's a reductive thing, but yeah, no, I think it's a really fun style. I quite like it.
Is this the one that you think's expensive?
No,
Cool.
I don't think it's. I think it's mediumly expensive, but I think it's one more
I thought this
expensive.
was the cheapest.
I wanted 12 of them for $40.
I was 12 for 80.
Okay.
I said it was $23 and I wanted 0.
And you wanted 0. Please don't be South African. All right, Fume Blanc from Geelong.
Yes, Mulline, Ben Mulline. I actually went to their little cellar door, co-shared cellar door out at Geelong on the weekend.
One of my favourite producers for Pinot and Chardonnay from that region.
Yeah, a Syrah as well.
Yeah, Syrah.
Their Syrahs are fucking ridiculous.
Who runs this company? It's not Ben, is it?
Ben
Ben and
Mulline,
Ben.
yeah.
Ben
and
Ben, the pair of
Ben and
Bens.
Ben.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ben, I had dinner with you a while ago. Nice wine, I appreciate it. Wine number 6.
Yeah, this is spenny.
This is fucking weird.
This is fancy piss.
fucking weird,
This is real
dude.
fancy piss.
This smelled so rubbery to me.
Yep.
Like so rubbery. And then it tasted like watered down elderflower. I wanted 3 bottles of it and I thought it was either going to be $25 or $125 because I was like, this is weird. So it's either weird because it's cheap or weird because it's expensive and I got no idea what it is.
I reckon this is like Apex Sancerre. Like it's so leesy and so old oaky that it's like really quite like complex and nutty and like almost like cardboardy.
What do you
I
think
think I
of it?
actually thought this may have had, like when I was on the Shannon train, which departed a long time ago.
Yeah, chugga.
I thought that might have had some skin contact. Like
100%.
some skins, like that little bit, like really more like textural, rounded,
Yeah.
like a bit more like bitey in the mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like that kind of Shannon call, like that oxidative nuttiness is super like Shannon-y as well.
Yeah.
I'll stick to 25.
I said 33.
Expensive. It's $189.
It's Cotat, baby.
Cotat? Did you
Yeah,
get that right?
I did.
Good boy.
But yeah, like this is one of the more famed producers in Sancerre.
How are they getting away with not having any importers details on this bottle?
What it was siphoned back in a suitcase.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, the
Smuggled back across the
different
borders.
jobs.
It was declared too.
Yeah, the different job gents are just like, no, this is a sample. It's a sample.
Yeah, I'm
a
bringing
sample.
my kid has 7 bottles of this in his suitcase because it's for gifting purposes.
Yeah, that's a very lumpy and firm boogie board you've got there. All right.
I always declare my wine. Just get that one right. I always declare.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to go 3, 2, 1. You point to which you think is the best wine of the week, all right? Let me just remember which one I think it is.
Which one was the Terre? Terre is number 4.
Yeah.
Sarah, number 4. Okay, well, all right, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's number 4. 100%. Dude,
That's 100% that.
have you changed your opinion at all about Sauvignon Blanc having done this tasting?
No.
Cool, fair.
My opinion on Sauvignon Blanc continues to rise.
I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with any of these wines,
No,
right? There's
yeah.
like technically and nothing wrong with them all.
No,
They are just not my style, and that is literally all it comes down to.
Cool.
And people can hate me for it and give me shit for it, whatever they want. I don't care. It's
Yeah.
just not my style. I still bought some.
Your favorite Sauvignon Blanc is a Chardonnay.
Yeah, 100%. And on that bombshell, we'll see you next week, guys. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
tuning in.
guys.
Ciao.